Hi there, and welcome to yet another video. My name is Cynthia Wakeo. I'm the Communication and Events Manager here at Corporate Staffing Services. Today we're going to be talking about psychometric testing, a service we offer to employers, and I am joined by Mr. Paminas Oinaina, our recruiter here at Corporate Staffing. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Cynthia, for having me.
So tell us more about psychometric testing and what the service entails.
Great. Thank you, Cynthia, for having me. So when we talk about psychometric testing or assessment, we are referring to the scientific method whereby you can get to have a better understanding of a candidate or a professional. So psychometric assessment or testing, they can be categorized into two. So number one, we have what we call aptitude testing. And the second one is the personality testing. And both of them they're equally important. So psychometric testing, they can be used in a variety of ways. So you can use it for recruitment. So if you're looking to hire and you want a second opinion, you can use psychometric testing. You can use it for career development. So here, a professional, I know you said this is a service we offer to employers. But occasionally we do get professionals who say they want to have a better understanding of themselves, their strengths, the areas they would wish to improve on, weaknesses, so to speak. And so someone can undertake a personality test because it will be able to show them this is your personality, this is your characteristic, and these are the areas of growth. You can also use psychometric testing for promotion. That is closely related to recruitment. And you can also use psychometric test for just getting to understand the team. Because we are all of us, we look the same. Not male and female, we look different. But you'd imagine in a work situation, when you have male and females together to make a team, at a glance, we just look normal, all of us, but we have different personalities, different characteristics. So as a manager, if you'd want to get an insight, to get a better understanding of the makeup of your team, then you can ask them to do the psychometric tests. And here, the one I would recommend is actually personality testing. I remember there's this client, one of the top international hotels. When they go to understand that we do offer psychometric testing, then the CEO was quite excited because he said, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to get to know my team better, and also for the team, for the managers themselves to also get to know themselves. And so I remember we administered the psychometric assessment across the 30 managers. Yeah. So there are various uses for the psychometric test based on what you are looking for. Yeah. And I don't know whether I mentioned there are two types. Is the aptitude test and the personality. So personality, as the name suggests, is we get to know who Cynthia is, what are your characteristics, what are your attributes, what are your strengths, what areas can you be able to improve on. Aptitude, as the name suggests, it's more to do with your technical ability. And aptitude is divided into three also. So we have numerical. So are you a numbers person? So if you've ever attended, if you've ever been given an exam and it was more maths, then that's numerical. Yeah. We also have verbal. So verbal, as the name suggests, it's all about the communication skills. So if you've also attended and someone has given you a test and there are all these paragraphs, English, then more or less, that's what we call a verbal test. So the third one is a combination of the two. Yeah. So the three of them, they form what we call aptitude testing. And aptitude testing, they are more applicable when you're looking to test, I would say, if you want to administer the test to people who have similar attributes. For example, fresh graduates, they don't have experience. So all they have is qualifications. And you might have a situation where all of them, they got a second upper. So the question you might be asking yourself, Cynthia, is, so what differentiates Paminas from Cynthia? So you administer the aptitude test and you can say, wow, Cynthia is very good in terms of numerical skills. She's also very good in terms of the verbal communication skills. So that's the advantage. For personality, I would recommend it for senior roles, leadership roles, because here you want to get to understand someone better. And for example, we deal with various providers of this test. And some of them, they are in depth in the sense that, they give you a very good understanding of who this person is. And for me, I normally take the test every 1 year to see what has changed, and you get to really get a good understanding of who you are and even the candidate.
Yeah. So you've mentioned several things, but let's be specific for a minute. When it comes to recruitment process, what is the benefit for me to use psychometric testing?
Now, recruitment, unfortunately, a lot of what we do is subjective. It's very subjective. So I'll look at you, Cynthia, and I'll like that you're wearing, I don't know whether this is orange. I might like your top. I might like where you come from. So recruitment, you want to make sure that you're objective with the exercise. And so one way to be objective, there are various things you can do. So apart from the one-on-one interviews, you can ask the candidates to do a case study. You can give them a homework, a takeaway. You can ask them to come and do a presentations, and those ones help. In addition to all that, you can ask them to undertake a psychometric test, because then that will be the ultimate test. And because they are doing it under observation, for example, if you use our service, we ask the candidate to come to our office, we give them a room, and they're able to do the test there under observation. So we are sure that this person indeed is the one who took this test. So the benefit for recruitment is it helps you make an objective assessment on the candidate. And some of these positions, they are quite critical. You don't want to hire a manager and the next 6 months you're advertising and going through the whole process again. And maybe this person doesn't have leadership skills. So a psychometric test, they will really help you. It will help you identify, does Cynthia have what it takes? If it's the entry level, again, like I said, yes, I know you're looking to train, you're looking to empower this young person, but do they have the basic? Aptitude test can help you. You don't want to hire someone who can't even do 1 + 1. So that's the benefit of the psychometric test.
So let's get down to the results in the hiring process. What do you expect?
Now, in terms of the hiring process, I highly recommend that because of the cost, the psychometric test, they should be administered towards the end of the process. So what this means is maybe you have 3 candidates, you're not so sure who to go with, then there's the time to administer. Otherwise, if you administer from the very beginning, it may be a very costly exercise. So I would then highly encourage you to do it near the end of the process. And then also the psychometric test, they're quite advanced nowadays. You find if you want something specific to leadership, you'll get. If you want even something specific to sales, and this, I saw this last year. So we do have a provider now who they can be able to help you identify, does this person do they have the sales ability, or are they just a good talker? We also have one for customer service, and also another one for, I believe, administration staff. So currently that's what we have. So we do go even specific, even beyond, and those are the personality tests. Beyond the general one, we can now customize whether you're looking for leadership, sales, etc.
And why corporate staffing? Why use corporate staffing for this service?
For us, beyond administering the test, we help you to be able to analyze and share with you our professional input. Because remember, on a day-to-day basis, our work is to help you with recruitment and HR matters. So beyond that, when you do the test, if you go straight to some of the providers, yes, you'll pay, you get the results. But you may not have someone to analyze and give you feedback and actually tell you this is what they mean. And the instances where if you just focus on the results, you might miss a very good candidate. But if you combine the results with the other forms of assessment, then you'll have a winner. And that's where we come in.
Let's talk about the response you've gotten from employers who have used this service. Tell me more about that.
So we've had many success stories. So when employers utilize this assessment together with the other recruitment methods and processes, they're really able to achieve better results. So for example, there's an NGO top of mind, and they were looking to hire an executive director. and there were two candidates neck to neck. So for them, we administered the readership test, and you could clearly tell that one of the candidates had it. And what we did to make sure that the results were accurate, we did an in-depth reference check, and indeed it came out that the reason why the number 2 was looking for a job is because they had left their previous employment. So the reason why they had left is because there were people issues. And obvious, we got this in confidence. The person who was giving the reference check, they gave us this information in confidence. And so you see, we were able to match whatever feedback we got for reference check and the personality test. So I would say it helps you achieve decisions much faster and in a much objective way. And I know the focus here, we've talked about employers, but if you're also watching this and you're a professional, I would highly encourage you to consider, especially the personality testing. Reason being, there are some things which might be holding you back and you're not aware. So you'll get, if you do a personality test, you'll really gain some good insight into who you are, your strength, and even the areas that you need to improve on. Yeah.
All right. So for anyone watching this video and is interested in the service, what would you tell them?
So what I would tell them is, indeed, it's a good decision to go to the next step and undertake the psychometric test, whether it's the personality or the aptitude. And what we do is just fill the form below. One of our officers, HR expert, will reach out to you, get to understand what are you looking for. And from there, based on the discussion you have, they'll be in a better position to recommend what works best in that situation. And then from there, in terms of administering the test, all we need is the name of the individual, their email address, and their CV. And then from there, we can be able to organize the logistics. After they undertake the test, depending on the test they've undertaken, we do get the results within 6 hours up to 24 hours. And then we're able to share with you these results and our interpretation.
Yeah. And do I have to break an arm and a leg for this service?
No. It's quite affordable. That's what I would say. Because think about it. If you are hiring someone and you have to pay this person 150, 200, or even 50,000, because the tests are not 50,000. If you have to hire the wrong person and you get to realize when they are 3 months or 4 months in the job, you probably have spent $500,000. And that, whatever we charge you, it's just a fraction. So it's for better decision making. The same example I would say is if you go to a hotel and you know what you are allergic to, but if you go to that hotel and you don't mention, let's say you are allergic to nuts and you take food which has nuts, you'll have paid maybe 300 or 500 shillings for that plate, and yet it might cost you a lot. So for me, the cost, if I look at the cost versus how we empower you to make a decision, you can't even compare. And I'm very happy because I'm seeing very many firms embrace psychometric testing, and they're able to make better decisions. All
right. Thank you so much for that insightful session. It's good actually to pick out that a bad hire can cost you. And investing in psychometric testing, I mean, it comes in handy.
Precisely, yes. Just look at it as a small cost that will help you make better decisions.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you too.
Thank you for watching this video. As you've heard from the experts, we are here to help you. All you need to do is kindly fill in the form below and leave us with your details, and our HR experts will reach out to you to take you to the next step. Thank you so much and see you next time.